imagine a cross entwined with an American flag. This is a potent symbol of white Christian nationalism, an ideology that's gaining traction in American politics. A fusion of religious fervor and nationalistic pride, it presents a worldview that's attracting a specific demographic: white, conservative Christians. It's not just about religion or patriotism. It's a call to arms for those who feel their cultural and political dominance is under threat. It's a reaction to the increasing diversity and secularism in America, a longing for a time when white Christian values reign supreme. It's a narrative of loss and reclaiming, a promise to restore the good old days. But what does this mean for American democracy? The rise of white Christian nationalism is a challenge to the pluralistic values that America stands for. This ideology, deeply rooted in America's history, is more than just a symbol. It's a potent force shaping our society. To understand the rise of white Christian nationalism, we must delve into the annals of American history. A good starting point is the post-Civil War era, when the nation was in the throes of Reconstruction. As America struggled to rebuild, notions of white supremacy intertwined with Christian identity began to take root. Fast forward to the civil rights movement of the mid-20th century. This period of profound social change further stoked the flames of white Christian nationalism. The fight for equality threatened the status quo, leading some white Christian communities to feel besieged, amplifying their sense of racial and religious identity as a protective mechanism. In the decades that followed, these sentiments didn't dissipate. Instead, they adapted to the changing cultural and political landscape. The late 20th and early 21st century saw a resurgence of white Christian nationalism, fueled by demographic shifts and the perceived erosion of white Christian dominance. Today, this ideology persists, its influence subtly woven into the fabric of our society and politics. It's a chameleon, constantly changing its colors to blend into the backdrop of the era. Yet its core tenets remain the same: a belief in the inherent superiority of white Christians and a desire to maintain their dominance in America. With each passing era, this ideology morphs, adapts, but never disappears. America's motto is a pluribus unum, out of many one. But how does white Christian nationalism fit into this vision? In the vast tapestry of our nation, we see a myriad of colors, textures, and patterns, a testament to our rich diversity. From the bustling cities to the serene countryside, America thrives on a confluence of cultures, beliefs, and ideals. This vibrant mosaic is the embodiment of our motto, pluribus unum, a testament to our shared belief that out of many, we are one. Yet, in the shadows of this vibrant tableau, there lies a contradiction: white Christian nationalism, an ideology that champions the dominance of one group, one faith, one color. Its principles stand in stark contrast to the democratic ideals upon which our nation was founded. Think about it. An ideology that promotes a single faith and race as superior in a country built on the principles of equality and diversity. It's like trying to fit a square peg in a round hole. The two simply don't align. White Christian nationalism challenges the very essence of our motto. It contradicts the idea that out of many we can be one. It undermines the democratic principles that hold our nation together, creating divisions where there should be unity. In the face of this ideology, the question remains: can we truly be one out of many? The influence of white Christian nationalism extends far beyond symbolism. It's reshaping American politics and society in profound ways. This ideology has managed to weave itself into the fabric of American political discourse, influencing policy debates and creating a divide that is hard to bridge. It's not just about religious fervor or patriotism. It's about a specific worldview that sees America as a white Christian nation, and any deviation from this is seen as a threat. The impact of white Christian nationalism can be seen in the way policies are shaped. From immigration to education, from social welfare to law enforcement, the influence is undeniable. It's a trend that prioritizes a narrow definition of American identity over the diverse and inclusive reality of the nation. Moreover, it has also affected social discourse. Conversations around race, religion, and nationality have become fraught with tension. The rise of hate crimes, particularly against religious and racial minorities, is a painful testament to this. This ideological wave has also bolstered the rise of populist leaders who exploit these sentiments for political gain. They fuel fears of demographic change, stoke religious intolerance, and promote exclusionary policies, further deepening societal divisions. But it's not just about the here and now. This ideology threatens the very foundations of American democracy, challenging the principles of equality, diversity, and freedom upon which the nation was built. The repercussions are far-reaching, and the stakes are high. The rise of white Christian nationalism poses a dire threat to American democratic values. This ideology, steeped in exclusion and intolerance, undermines the very principles upon which our nation was founded: liberty, equality, and justice for all. It feeds on division, sowing discord among diverse communities, and fostering an environment of fear and suspicion. Moreover, it threatens to distort our political landscape, as those espousing such views seek to exert influence over policymaking and electoral outcomes. The democratic process, predicated on the voices and needs of all citizens, risks being overshadowed by a minority that prioritizes its own interests above the shared good. The infiltration of this ideology into mainstream discourse also risks normalizing hate speech and discriminatory behavior, eroding the societal fabric that binds us together as Americans. The stakes are high as we confront a challenge that strikes at the heart of our democracy. The challenge is immense, but not insurmountable. In the face of this challenge, America is responding. There are green shoots of hope and resilience. Across the nation, communities are standing up, engaging in dialogue and promoting inclusivity. They are challenging the ideology of white Christian nationalism through education, fostering understanding and respect among diverse populations. These initiatives are not limited to classrooms or community centers. They are taking place in living rooms, in public squares, and on digital platforms reaching millions. They are encouraging a broad spectrum of voices to participate in our democratic processes, turning the tide against divisiveness. Inclusive policies are also being crafted, designed to ensure that all citizens, regardless of their faith or race, feel represented and valued. These policies are shaping a more equitable political landscape, reflecting the rich tapestry that makes up America. These efforts, these dialogues, these policies are the seeds of a more inclusive America. They are the way forward, the path towards a more united and vibrant democracy. White Christian nationalism is a pressing issue that demands our attention. Its roots run deep, its contradictions are many, and its impact is profound. Undeniably, the challenges this ideology presents to our democratic values are immense, yet not insurmountable. It is our collective responsibility to pave the way forward, fostering dialogue, education, and inclusive policies. The future of American democracy depends on our willingness to address this issue and build a society that truly embodies e pluribus unum.